behind the baby. Do you want to hear it?
Yes, why are you the baby?
Because one time I didn't walk like I was way like big and fat, kind of toddlery person who didn't walk or anything. I was kind of slow.
Okay.
And I have a cousin who's like 11 months older than me. And one time I was standing up in my crib and I was like baby Yui, like I was like 4 times as big as she was, but she was older. And she said, "Who's that girl?" And my mother said, "That's Lynnie." She said, "That's baby Lynnie?" Because I was like this big baby, like a great big baby that like.
Is it okay that I taped? Is it
Yes,
okay this was taped?
TV?
Well, no, this might just go to paper or something.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Hallelujah.
No, now I'm ruined.
There it is.
Baby Lynnie.
Baby Lynnie. Where are we going, Mr. Mickey?
Alexander Way.
I haven't seen Mikey in a long time.
What the address? Yeah.
So what did you think of the installation, and tell me all about your friend who built it and the whole process and why you love James.
I love James because he and I seem to have a similar sensibility. Like, I remember once, many, many seasons ago, a very long time ago, he showed reindeer sweaters, which I'm obsessed with, and I thought, oh, this is the best collection ever. And then, should you be talking while we do this interview, Mr. Mickey?
I'm sorry, I'm just taking pictures of Guido and his stylish sunglasses. Enough about me, though.
And then, anyway, I thought the reindeer sweaters were so magical. And then I read the reviews, and they were all like, oh my God, who wants reindeer sweaters? And I was like, I do. Yeah. But he loves that sort of, Oscar Wilde Art Nouveau period, which I love as well. So I'm predisposed to like what he shows, and I thought the whole thing was beautiful.
Me too. And apropos of nothing, your reindeer sweater yesterday was kind of beyond belief amazing.
Thank you.
I too have a fondness for the reindeer. Although mine are all old, I want to find a really new one.
There are no new ones.
I
have
know.
4 of them, and they're all vintage. I don't think there is a new one. Maybe we could start something together.
I know. How fun would that be?
It'd be fun when nobody buys it.
No, but that could be half the joke. Although, the whole, money issue could get in the way.
It could indeed. We'd have to sell them for $8 or less in today's economy.
I know, right? Like that Nina Ricci thing that... Do we have the conversation about the $8 Nina Ricci thing that I stole?
Yes, that you think was 80 at the warehouse
We
sale.
need to go to the warehouse sale, P.S.
Should we go?
I think
Maybe
we should.
go.
If we do have a free moment.
We also had the conversation, you might recall, last night about the Lanvin acne stuff and how that should be
I know.
like a couple $100 or not. I was a little bit disappointed.
I almost wore that
prices.
trench, but then I thought the VPLE wasn't, I don't know. This thing has a cape, and it looks kind of like Rick Owens, and I feel like weird having a jacket over it, but that's another story. Enough about me and more about you. So, how many blogs are you going to be doing for New York Magazine?
6. And the first one's going to come out tomorrow, which is Sunday.
Is it part of the cut, or is it in the magazine, or is it...
No, I think it's part of the cut. I think it's an extra blog in the cut.
Oh, that's so fantastic.
Well, we'll see.
I love the cut. They're following me on Twitter, and I have no idea what that means, but I got an email alert. And they have a Twitter. Do you know about Twitter yet?
I do.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of people are live blogging, and I Google myself every morning, like so many people do. And people say things that are mean. Like
That's
today
awful.
Somebody said, I swear this is true.
Uh-oh.
They said, don't the people at Charlotte Ronson know that Lynn Yeager lost her job? What's she still doing in the front row?
Oh, well, that's just retarded.
And also, I think they said that because they probably had standing. But
Yeah.
still, this is the... Mr. Mickey, do you Google yourself a lot?
Not that often. In a slow moment, I do.
I-
But I sometimes see unattractive things about myself. And
See, it's upsetting.
Unattractive things written about me. But I don't, like, if it's a blog, I don't read the comments because I've learned the hard way that they're usually not very nice.
Somebody once wrote that I looked like a sad, broken Victorian doll in need of a jowl job, which I thought was very accurate, but
I was going to say, that's the look you're going for,
not
except
very
for the
nice.
jowls.
Well, the jowl job part wasn't very nice, but I mean, people do say
awful.
People do say mean things. Those anonymous people are.
Yeah.
They are meanies.
They deserve... Well, they're just jealous sort of
That's what I
hobos
think.
and schmuckheimers.
Yeah.
Plus the tone of blogs in general, like, I mean, Perez Hilton's not really a blog, it's more a website, but their tone is so cutting and mean and in a way that I think then the people who make comments, that just opens the door for them to even, like, out-mean each other.
One thing I've noticed by persistently Googling myself, that if one person says, oh, she's fabulous, I love her, everybody chimes in and says, oh, yes, I love her, she's so unique, blah, blah, blah. But if one person opens the door on the mean stuff,
All
then
hell
the
breaks
floodgates,
loose.
people feel they have permission, and they just go crazy. I know reading the comments can be very brutal, but, you know, it's the price of fame.
There you go. I have a sort of, I don't know, I have like a weird anti-Googling policy. I can't do it. The
You're
only things
probably right.
I ever see are if like a cousin or like a friend like sends me a link, or I just.
You know,
it
when
feels-
Tina Fey accepted her Golden Globe, she
Yes.
said something. She said, well, this should stick it to all you mean bloggers, and she said their names, and it turned out they were real.
Oh my god.
They were real people who like spent all day long writing mean things about her.
Well, that's awful. But that's hilarious and amazing that she could just stick
It was
to
pretty
them.
great.
Yeah.
It was pretty great.
I loved that whole ceremony. I also loved how like Tracy Morgan then began accepting on account of Obama. And
It was cute.
that was pretty fabulous.
Pretty soon the big antique show's coming up on the pier. I live for the big antique show.
Oh,
It's only like
see
a
out
month
the
away or
window?
3 weeks. I count the weeks.
I sort of love watching Antique Roadshow at 4 in the morning.
Honey, Antique Roadshow, I am flawless. I can tell you to the penny what that stuff is
Are you
worth.
serious?
I am serious.
I'm usually like way off base.
I've been looking at that stuff for 40 years. I know what that stuff is worth.
Wow.
But enough about me. Isn't that enough, Julie?
I think